Alright, now I want to quickly cover the other parts of the weighting tool, the ones that are valuable to know right now. Here is the weight tool. I've been using that. And let's look at some of the other features here. Mainly smooth. Okay. Let's say I need, if this was a higher res mesh, you would have this issue. But since it's a low res mesh, you won't have as much problems. Okay. The difference here is if I just replace it with a 1, let's say I replace right there with a 1, here, and here, making it a little bit harder in that area. And then I go rotating this bone to find out that it doesn't blend well. Notice, like, these these forms are not separating at all, especially on the bottom side. The bottom side, it really just does show. So we'll concentrate on this bottom side of it. As soon as I navigate over to it. Okay, right here, like this vertex right here is being sucked into this joint where it should be on this joint. Well, that's very easy to fix with smooth. All I do is have to go into the weight tool. And for 3-1, what I want to do is smooth that vertex. So again, being small helps. And I can kind of pull it off there using smooth. And then I can jump into 3-2. And I can see there's no influence whatsoever on it. So here I can grab an opacity a little bit lower. Let's say, well, nah, I'm going to go with a 1 here. And start adding that to the bottom bone instead. And all of a sudden I'm starting to separate these out quite well because of that. Okay, if I replace it all the way with a 1, you're going to find that it jumps. There we go. So 3-1, you notice, has this problem right here. Well, I can't get to it. So a way to do that is to first smooth it. And sometimes you're going to have to jump into this view just to grab that. And then jump into replace and start adding to it. And in this case, this is probably one of those cases where I'm going to have to grab the component to get a hold of it, because this tool fails. So now you get to see the workflow of fixing all the legs. So here's that vertex. Again, leg 1 needs to have it, no other. So if I hit 1, you see it moves up quite a bit. Now 6 on the keyboard reveals that looks a lot better. And now I can get to the other vertices just fine. This one and this one. We'll start pulling those up. So sometimes it's easier to bend the leg a little bit and then fix the vertices. Now you can see that that's acting pretty good. You got a couple vertices that are not obeying, especially up at the top. That. Bend it around a little bit. See how that leg fits, how it works. Another feature that you can use is turning off the bones. So now it's easier to go grabbing the vertices all at once and assigning them a 1. So like all these vertices right here, just make sure you get only those vertices around the edge. So how would I do that? Very easy. I could grab the edge, control right click, go to 2 vertices, and then I can make sure I weigh only these on 1. When you're using the tool, the paint tool, the problem is it normalizes. And what normalizing means is every vertice gets its equal share of its vertice count of the weights. You can turn normalization off up at the top here, either post, pre, or off. In some cases, I would say off is the preferred state. But you're going to find that if it's off and you miss a vertice, you're going to be really hurting. So it's best to maybe keep it post and then fix it up with a component editor. Okay, so there's a workflow you can use as far as repairing the weights. Turning bones on. Once you get done repairing the weights, you can then set back the rotation on 0. You can also go up at the top and go skin, go to bind pose, and it'll reset all bones in the body of the creature. Alright, now that we have a basic understanding of the 101s of weights and how to use a workflow to repair the vertices and the weights on them, let's go on to the next video.